Hello there, and welcome to Partner Yoga. You are listening to the voice of Zach Beach. To begin, find yourself sitting in a comfortable, cross legged position, sitting back to back with your partner. You should be able to support each other in such a way that you feel like your back is against a wall and you do not need to push back against it. From this space, tune in not only to your own breath, but also the breath of the person that you are with. Take a few moments and settle in to this moment. On your next inhale, take your arms up, and on your exhale, twist to your right. And your left hand will find your right knee, and your right hand will reach behind and find your partner's knee. From here, look over your right shoulder and take a few breaths. On your next inhale, come back to center, reaching your arms up. And on your exhale, twist to your left. Once again, your right hand will be on your left knee, and your left hand will be reaching behind to find your partner's knee. Looking over your left shoulder, take a few breaths here in this twist. On your next inhale, come back to center, arms reach up. On your exhale, take your arms out wide to the side. And one partner will take their hands underneath the others so you can connect palm to palm or perhaps palm to wrist. From here, pick one direction to lean towards. The direction that you're leaning towards, the hand will find the ground, and the opposite hand will come up and over. Breathing into the twist here, you could also deepen this twist by pressing into the top palm. Inhaling back to center and exhale to the other side. The hand that you're leaning towards will be on the ground. The opposite arm will reach up and over, looking underneath that armpit. Inhaling back to center, exhale as you release the hands. From here, one partner will extend the arms forward as they fold forward, and the other partner will lean back and conform their back to the first partner. The partner in the back bend can take their arms out to the side for a heart opener, or arms overhead for a shoulder opener. For the partner leaning forward, your hands may be on the ground, elbows may be on the ground, or perhaps the forehead is on the ground. Coming back to center, switch sides. So if you just leaned back, now you will lean forward. If you just leaned forward, now you will lean back. The person in the forward fold can take their palms to the mat, or perhaps their elbows, or perhaps their forehead. The partner in the back bend can take their arms out wide, or perhaps arms overhead. Coming back to center, One partner will extend their legs out in front of them, feet flexed. The other partner will come to a squat. For the person with their legs extended out in front of them, they will again come into a forward fold, and the partner in the squat will again come into a back bend. Taking a few breaths here together. Coming back to center, you'll switch roles. So if you just did a back bend, you can extend your legs out in front of you. If you just did the forward bend, you will come into a squat and conform your back bend to your partner. If you have a deep back bend and the person that you're with has a deep forward fold, the back bender might even be able to grab the forward folder's feet. Coming back to center, both partners will come to a seat with their legs extended out in front of them. You can hook your elbows, press into the feet, press into each other to elevator all the way up to standing. Once you're standing, you can release the elbows and connect the palms. With the palms connected, you can lean away from each other, counterbalancing, finding each other's weight, and using it to open your heart. Coming back to center, releasing your hands, have both partners come into a forward fold. From this forward fold, reach behind you, grab wrist to wrist, lift the heart, and lean away from each other, once again finding the appropriate weight balance between you. Coming back to center, release the hands out in front of you and walk your hands out to a downward facing dog. From this downward dog, connect one pair of feet and elevator those feet all the way up to the sky. See if you can keep the ball of the foot connected, as well as the toes. Elevating that foot back down, trying the other foot, connecting the feet, keeping the ball of the feet connected, and the toes as you extend the legs all the way up to the sky. And lowering that top leg, returning to your downward dog. Both of partners can shift forward into plank pose, lower down to their bellies, inhale for a cobra pose or upward dog, and exhale, sink into a child's pose. From here, one partner will stay in child's pose, and the other partner will come into a squat, right behind the partner in child's pose. The partner in squat will then extend the arms up and over, conforming a back bend over the child's pose, and staying here for a few breaths. Coming out of this pose, the partner who just did the back bend will come into a child's pose, and the partner that just did the child's pose will now do the back bend. To come into the back bend, come into a squat and conform your back bend to the back of your child's pose. Arms extend up overhead. The back bender can then come out of the back bend and come into a child's pose. Have both partners from here come into a tabletop, tuck the toes, and extend the hips up to the sky for a downward facing dog. From this downward dog, inhale the right leg high to the sky, and exhale, plant the right foot between your hands and windmill the arms to a warrior two pose. From warrior two, turn the right palm up and reach the right arm up and over, sliding the left hand down the back leg. From here, you may be able to connect the right hands. Releasing the hands, returning to your warrior two, taking your hands to the mat, and both partners will step back to a downward facing dog. For the other side, inhale the left leg high to the sky, plant the left foot between your hands. Right heel spirals down, windmill the arms to a warrior two pose. From this warrior two, the left palm will turn up, and the left palm will reach up to the sky as the right hand slides down the back leg for a proud warrior. Once again, see if you can connect the top hands. And if it feels good, if you're smiling, you're doing it right. Releasing the top hand, returning to your warrior two, returning the hands to the top of your mat, and stepping back to your downward facing dog. From downward dog, walk your hands backwards towards the rear of your mat, returning to a forward fold, reconnecting the arms once again, grabbing wrist to wrist, lifting the heart up, and leaning out, finding the appropriate weight distribution. As you release the hands, bend the knees, slowly roll up all the way to standing. From the standing position, one partner will bend their knees so the tailbone is underneath the others. And the partner with their tailbone on the top will hook the elbows and fold forward for a deep back bend. It's important to communicate with your partner if you want more or you want less in this pose. Slowly coming back up to switch roles. If your tailbone was on top, you will now bend your knees so your tailbone is underneath your partner's. hooking your elbows. If your tailbone is on top, you will fold forward, and if your tailbone is on the bottom, you will lean back. This is a deep back bend, so be sure to communicate with your partner if you want more or if you want less. And be sure to keep your feet on the ground. Slowly coming back to center, releasing your elbows, taking your hands to your heart, and checking in with your breath and your body. Next, turn around to find yourself standing face to face with your partner. From here, inhale your arms up to the sky, turn your palms out, and connect palm to palm. Take a few steps back and fold forward with your arms above your head for a deep shoulder stretch. From here, lower one hand to create a diamond shape in your arms and look underneath the opposite arm. Switching sides, let the lower hand come up and the other hand come down, looking the opposite direction. Returning both palms up, keep the palms connected as you return to standing. Take the arms at shoulder level and try a few partner push ups, bending the elbows and taking the heads to one side. 2, 3. Returning to standing, releasing the hands, and extending out your right arm, connecting right wrist to right wrist. With the knees bent like in chair pose, reach your left arm out and look over your left shoulder. Coming to standing, reach the left arm in, connect left to left, release the right hand, bend the knees, reach the right arm out, looking over your right shoulder. Returning to standing, keep one hand connected and have one partner turn around so you are now facing the same direction. The partner in front will then lean out, and the partner in back will take one foot back in order to counterbalance. From here, come back to center, keeping one hand connected, and both partners will turn around. Once again, the person in front will lean out, and the person in back will take one foot forward and one foot back in order to counterbalance. Returning to center, keep one hand connected again, coming face to face with each other, and connecting both arms with the arms crossed. Keeping the hands connected, fold forward and lean away from each other to create traction in the spine. Slowly coming back up, keep the hands connected. Take a step in and bend the knees to come into a partner chair. From this partner chair, inhale, lift the heart up and look up. And on your exhale, round the spine and look towards your navel. Do that a few more times, keeping the knees bent as you inhale, lift the heart, look up. Exhale around the spine and drop your chin to your chest. On your next inhale, come all the way up to standing, release the hands, and come into a forward fold. From this forward fold, take the hands out in front of you and step back to a plank pose. From this plank pose, come into a side plank on the same side. And with the other hand, take it up and over and connect the palms. Come into a side plank on the other side, once again connecting the palms of the top arm. Returning the hands to the mat. Return to your downward facing dog. From downward dog, make sure you're close enough so that the hands are only a few inches apart. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, plant the right foot between your hands and inhale to a warrior one. From this warrior one, turn your palms out and fold forward, connecting palm to palm. On your inhale, come back to center, arms extend up. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back, downward facing dog. For the other side, inhale the left leg high to the sky and plant the left foot between your hands. Right heel comes down. Arms come up, warrior one. Same as before, turn your palms out and fold forward, connecting palm to palm. Coming back to center with your arms up, warrior one. Taking your hands to the mat, stepping back, downward facing dog. From downward dog, inhale your right leg high to the sky, and exhale, plant the right foot between your hands. Let the left heel come down and windmill the arms once again to Warrior Two. From this Warrior Two, connect right wrist to right wrist. And staying in your warrior stance with the bent right knee, pick one direction to lean towards, and one partner will lean forward and the other partner will lean back. Coming back to center, switching sides. If you just leaned back, now you will lean forward. If you just leaned forward, now you will lean back. Coming to center, release the right hand, taking the right elbow to your right thigh, and your left arm will come up and over for an extended side angle pose, connecting the left palms. Inhaling back to center, reconnecting right wrist to right wrist, straightening the right leg, turning the right toes in so both feet are parallel to each other, and folding forward from here, keeping the right hands connected. Releasing the hands, turning to the right, preparing for a pyramid posture by shortening the stance, having the right foot face forward and the left toes pivoted in. From the pyramid stance, one partner will fold forward and grab the other partner's leg. And the other partner will also fold forward, taking their hands to the first partner's lower back. Switching roles here. If you were the first person to fold forward, you will wait for the other partner to fold forward. The person that folded forward first will grab their partner's leg, and the other partner will take their hands to the first partner's lower back. Slowly returning to standing, taking the hands to the top of your mat and stepping back to your downward facing dog to prepare for the other side. For the other side, inhale the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, plant the left foot between your hands and take the right heel down and windmill your arms to a Warrior Two. From Warrior Two, connect left wrist to left wrist and lean towards one direction. One partner will reach forward, the other partner will reach back. Returning to center, switching sides. Coming back to center, releasing the left hand, taking left elbow to left thigh, and the right arm up and over for extended side angle, connecting the top palm. Slowly returning to Warrior Two, Connect left wrist to left wrist. Turn the left toes in. Feet parallel to each other. Fold forward. Releasing the left hand. Turn to the left to set up for a pyramid posture. Left toes face forward, right toes pivot in. Hips square to the front of your mat. One partner will then reach forward and grab the other partner's leg. The second partner will also fold forward and take their hands to the lower back. Slowly coming up and switching sides. So if you folded forward second the first time, now you will fold forward and grab your partner's leg, and the partner whose leg is being grabbed will fold forward, taking their hands to the lower back. Slowly have both partners come up, arms to the sky, hands to the top of your mat, step back to downward facing dog. From here, walk your downward dog forward, coming into a forward fold. Bend the knees, tuck the tailbone, roll all the way up to standing, and take your hands to your heart. Feeling the ground beneath you to prepare for standing balances. Standing at the top of your mat, take a small step to the right. So when you reach your left arm out, you can connect left palm to left shoulder. From here, take your right knee up. Option 1 is to continue to hold on to your right knee. Option 2 is to have your first two fingers grab your right big toe and extend your right leg out. Either way, take your right leg out to the right. From here, come into a tree pose by taking the right foot to the inside of your right thigh. Take your right hand to your heart, connect the left palms, and grow your branches up to the sky. Releasing the hands, returning the feet to the mat, and taking a small step back. Come into a dancer's pose by taking your right foot behind you, grabbing the right foot, connecting the left palms, and as you kick into your right hand, lean forward, using each other for balance. Returning feet to the mat and hands to your heart. To begin for the other side, take a brief step to the left and a small step forward, connecting right palm to right shoulder. Taking your left knee up. Option 1, continue to hold on to your left shin. Option 2, left peace fingers can grab your left big toe and extend the left leg out. Taking the leg out to the left. Coming into a tree pose by taking your left foot to the inside of your right thigh, taking your left hand to your heart, connecting the right palms, and growing your branches to the sky. Hands return to heart, 2 feet return to the mat. Take a short step back to prepare for dancer's pose. Taking the left foot behind you, grabbing your left foot, kicking into your left hand, connecting the right palms, and using each other for balance and support. Returning the hands to the mat, 2 feet to the mat. Stepping forward, coming face to face, arms with distance away from each other. Taking your arms out in front of you, grabbing wrist to wrist, and sitting all the way down onto the ground. Keeping the wrists connected here, connect one pair of feet and elevate that foot to the sky. Connect the other pair of feet and lift both legs up, straightening the legs, pulling into the hands to lift the heart up. Lowering the feet one at a time. Release the hands. Coming into a cross-legged position, connecting the knees. Taking the right hand behind you, look for your partner's hand and connect the left hand to the right. Coming into a twist here by looking over your right shoulder. Coming to center, switching sides here, reaching the left hand behind you, and having your right hand reach forward to grab your partner's left hand. Coming back to center, scoot back so you can both come into a wide straddle, connecting the feet. From here, connect right wrist to right wrist and extend your left arm out behind you for another twist. Taking the left arms in, connect left wrist to left wrist, and extend your right arm behind you. Coming back to center, reconnecting right wrist to right wrist. Take the right elbow along the inside of your right thigh and take your left arm up and over. Leaning the right ear towards the right knee, draw the left ribs back for a deep side stretch. Coming to center, grab left wrist to left wrist. Release left elbow to the inside of the left thigh, and your right arm will reach up and over. Returning to center, releasing the right hand and reaching both arms out, connecting wrist to wrist. From here, one partner will lean forward and the other partner will lean back. Switching sides here. If you just leaned back, now you will lean forward. If you just leaned forward, now you will lean back. If you have a partner with a deep forward fold, you can have their hands come to your thighs, and you can take your hands to their upper back. Slowly coming back to center. One partner will come into a butterfly pose by bringing their soles of the feet together. The other partner will take their feet to the butterfly's shins. Connecting wrist to wrist, the butterfly will lean forward and the other partner will lean back. Coming back to center, switching sides here. So if you just did a butterfly pose, you will now extend your legs out in front of you. If you're in butterfly pose, you can connect wrist to wrist and lean forward. Coming back to center, releasing your hands. Now, both partners will extend their legs out in front of them, connecting the feet, reaching forward and grabbing as far down each other's arms as you can for a sitting forward fold. Slowly coming back to center. Take the feet out wide to the width of your mat and slowly come onto your back to come to rest in your last and final Shavasana. Using these few moments to fully release, to melt into the mat, to let all your thoughts go, to express gratitude for yourself for coming to this yoga practice and extending that gratitude to the person that you are with for joining you. Taking a few minutes to fully relax, allowing the mind, the heart, and the body to fully integrate all the benefits of the practice. To come out of your Shavasana, begin by inhaling your arms above your head. On your exhale, bring your knees up and roll onto your right side, making a pillow with your right arm, spending a few moments here in the fetal position. Pressing left palm into the mat, press yourself up to a comfortable, cross-legged, seated position, taking your hands to your heart. I honor that place in you where the entire universe dwells. I honor that place in you of love, light, truth, and wisdom. I honor that place in you where, when you are in that place and I am in that place, we are one. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.